presentation.
In the beginning there were 4 boys from Liverpool. Now there are 5 boys from... This time it's Manchester, heart of street fashion and pumping clubland, which inspires manager Nigel Martin-Smith to put together 5 unspoilt, down-to-earth boys who capture the Mancunian spirit, turning them into Britain's top supergroup. 5 wholesome superstars. Where do they come from?
I was working with Gary, another couple of lads, one of them who's still in bed probably.
I'm with Jason.
We're working together.
A bit of the old break dancing.
What it was, we both had the same management and he sort of had the idea to put us together. Asked us whether we'd be interested in. That's where it all started from there. It took about a year.
But there's one boy missing. Nigel Martin-Smith knows the pressure of fame can take its toll, and a 5th boy would cushion the impact of a dropout. The obvious solution is to hold auditions. And now there are 5.
Hi, we'll take that.
5 down-to-earth, ordinary kids. How can they know the girls will go absolutely wild for them?
I'll ask you first, who's the best looking member of Take That?
Robbie!
Okay. Why do you like Robbie more than the rest?
Because he's sexy! I love Howard!
Why do you like Howard?
Big feet. Handsome! Mark and Jason!
I've seen all of them, they're just brilliant, especially Gary. I think he's the best. I think he's lovely.
So we've got the boys in the band. Now what about the songs?
Gary, not the sort of music we expect from Take That.
No, definitely not, definitely not. There's no harm in playing a bit on the piano now and again though. It's where I start composing a lot of the stuff, especially this record for Take That. But of course, another big aspect of Take That is the dancing.
Gary Barlow was born at home, 13 Ashton Drive in Frodsham, Cheshire, on the 20th of January 1971, a Capricorn. When he was 10, he asked his dad to give him a keyboard instead of a BMX bike for Christmas. This was definitely a crucial career decision. He went to school at Weaver Vale, but his mind was on other things. A fan of Adamant and George Michael, all he wanted to do was follow in their footsteps.
I did always want to be famous. I remember being asked in the infant school, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, a pop star. And the teacher said, don't be so ridiculous, pick a proper job. She was right, I should have picked a proper job.
At 14, he was earning £140, playing 4 nights a week at Halton British Legion. And as we exclusively show, in 1987 he won the Greenall Whitley Weekly News Club Act of the Year as Stax. At the same time, he was working towards O-levels at Frodsham High. He wasn't a swot, but with his mother having a job at the same school, he probably had to keep his head down.
Gary is now the deep, intense, quiet one.
The deep, intense, quiet one, and the cheeky one.
I think Gary should get a bit more credit because he makes all the song words up and all that. Yeah, I think get a bit more credit. Yeah, I think he should.
What sort of things do you write about, Gary?
A number of things really. Just from going past a sign on the wall or something, it'll trigger an idea off, so anything really. Yeah.
And do the other members of the band sort of chip in ideas? I mean, it's always a team effort, is it?
Well, I do, but it just doesn't get published. It must be rubbish.
We chip in ideas, but you don't listen to them.
By the time Take That were formed, Gary had written over 50 songs. Gary's songwriting is the heart of Take That's success, but the road to stardom's never easy. first single, Do What You Like, released in July 1991, bombs. Promises only just squeezes into the top 40.
7:49, 11 minutes to 8. It's a bit early for some people, as you might gather. Our next guests, in fact, they form part of a new, young, all-male group called Take That. They're 5 Mancunians who have been causing quite a stir over the last few months with their, says here, raunchy stage act, and their debut single, which is called Do What You Like. Now, it says here on my script, can this be Manchester's answer to New Kids on the Block? You're probably fed up of being asked that question, aren't you?
Can I answer that question, please?
No, first of all, we have to do the Cilla Black thing. Hello, number one. Tell us who you are and where'd you come from.
I'm Gary.
You're Gary?
Yeah.
I'm Robbie, and
I'm Jason. We're all from Manchester.
You're all from Manchester. Yeah. All right. So the New Kids thing.
Go on, Rob, tell him.
Go on, Rob, you tell him.
Yeah, everybody's comparing us to the New Kids. And we're getting a bit of flack for it because, like, people are not having us on their shows and things because they think we're trying to be something, and we're not trying to be anything.
They think you're ripping them off.
Yeah, we're the first Take That. We're not New Kids. We're not anything like that. We're not. If you see the show, if you see our videos and you see anything about us, you realise that we're not like New Kids.
Mind you, I mean, it wouldn't be too bad getting some of their success. I mean, they're the top-selling artists in the States last year, weren't they? Yeah. Millions upon millions of pounds. Now, someone's told me that you want to be sexier than Madonna. You believe you can be sexier than Madonna.
Oh, the press said that. It wasn't us.
No?
No, we're just doing our own thing, and people are calling it raunchy and sexy and that. So.
What's so raunchy about it? Give us an idea. In sort of breakfast television terms.
I don't know really, we just kind of, you know, thrust on stage, I suppose.
Yeah. And what do you do? Do you play your own instruments, or what? I sound like someone from the 1960s, don't I? Sort of interviewing the Beatles. Do you play your own instruments?
Not on stage, we just dance and sing on stage.
Yeah. Did you research, didn't you?
Yeah. So listen, I was up until about 9 o'clock last night. Yeah. I missed the news reading about you guys. Do you still live in Manchester? Do you still live with the parents, or have you got your own places now?
We have a place in Stockport in Manchester where we all congregate, but you know, we all still live with our parents as well.
Yeah, we're not getting
the time to go back.
All right. Okay, tell us about the new single. It's called Promises.
Yeah, it's out today.
Yeah. Who wrote it?
It's good, and it's definitely out today. Definitely.
Their third single, Once You've Tasted Love, doesn't move higher than number 47. Understandably nervous, their record company, RCA, who had signed them up in the previous September, puts their first album on hold. The boys are in despair. The time has come to hit or split. Howard Donald was born at 8:30 a.m. on the 28th of April 1968 at 7 Flint Street, Droylsden. The son of a Latin American dance teacher, his star sign is Taurus. With 3 brothers and a sister for competition, Howard boasts he was the best behaved and the cutest of the bunch. From Moorside Junior, he moved to Little Moss High, where he often bunked off lessons, once for as long as 5 weeks, with him ending up getting a good caning. With 3 GCSEs, he joined a youth training scheme with a vehicle paint firm. All day in the workshop, he was waiting for night and the clubs to open, when he would really come alive.
I think my fame was a gift from God. No, I do honestly. I really believe that now. No, I believe it because, I mean, I wasn't too good at school. I didn't get many qualifications, so there wasn't much I could do really. So with having a natural talent of being able to dance and do a bit of singing, you know, got into this group, so I'm just really lucky as well. Thanks God. Cheers, mate.
Who's the best dancer in Take That?
Down at the Apollo in Manchester, Howard met a dancer from a rival crew, Jason. To succeed, Take That need to make their own impact totally distinct from other all-boy groups.
Everyone everyone is comparing you, whether you like it or not, to New Kids on the Block. You're the English New Kids on the Block. How are you reacting to that? What do you think about that?
No. No. We think no. No, it's pretty obvious really that we're going to be compared to, you know, an already established band. I think all new bands do get compared to somebody that's already established, and hopefully one day someone's going to compare other bands to say that.
Yeah, at the beginning it was sort of a compliment to be compared to someone who's done as well as the New Kids, because they have done really well, but now it's becoming a bit of a pain really, isn't it?
I think it's because it's like five boys, you know, so that's why we're comparing to them. If it was like
five black lads, if it was five girls, we'd be compared to, we wouldn't be, would we?
No, if it was five black lads, we'd be compared to the Jackson 5. But now I've seen some posters and some interviews, and it's asking the New Kids what they think about the comparison to Take That.
I suppose if we were two girls,
I wrote those articles.
How are you different then? Apart from the fact that you're English.
I think when you see the stage show, I think the music's completely different. And with ourselves, Gary writes the material, the choreography's done by ourselves.
We turn up on site for interviews.
They're factors already, whereas it's coming from within us. The New Kids, when they started off, especially, was getting a lot of help, I think, from Maurice Starr and things like that.
Yeah, we don't know the true facts, but I mean, it's sort of pointed out that like the New Kids have a lot of other resources, a lot of help to help them get put, like everything is come from.
So if you know the true facts, tell Jay.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to speak to the fans outside, and they've seen New Kids on the Block in concert over here.
It's so cliche pop.
They're comparing our dance routines to theirs, and theirs is nothing like ours. I mean, ours is a lot more energetic. And
saying all this though, we've got the greatest respect for New Kids, haven't we, lads?
Yeah,
the greatest respect.
Respect. Honestly, massive respect. Excellent. Yeah, because let's face it. I mean, anybody that can earn that amount of money has obviously done something.
Yeah, do something right.
What about all these comparisons to New Kids on the Block? Are you fed up with that already? Because I know all the tabloids have been saying that. Do you sort of go, oh, no?
We liked it at first. Yeah, I think at the beginning we needed something to sort of compare us to get us in there. I think it was a good thing, but hopefully now they'll start talking about us as being our own thing.
Right.
So we hope.
And to take that mind, the squeaky clean image set against Bad Boys East 17.
We're actually quite nice guys. We're actually quite nice, aren't we, boys? Yeah. And they are really nasty.
They really are.
What's the problem?
The thing is that
you're very, very hard, you know. You are.
Ruby, Mark, Howard, Gary, Jason.
And all sexy.
Hi, we'll take that.
Jason Orange tumbled into the world 20 minutes before twin brother Justin at 7:35 p.m. on the 10th of July 1970 at Crumpsall Hospital in Manchester. His zodiac sign is Cancer. His mum was left to bring Jason and his 5 brothers up on her own when her husband left the family home. From Haverley Hayes School in Wythenshawe, Manchester, Jason moved on to the high school, where he would get into trouble for laughing too much. From school, he was taken on as an apprentice painter and decorator with Manchester City Council. While he was grateful for a steady wage and the opportunity to learn a solid trade, when Nigel spotted him dancing on the nationwide TV show The Hitman and Her, he didn't look back. By the way, Jason is a vegetarian with a passion for Indian curries, flapjacks and pig rolls. His favourite actor is Robert De Niro.
My favourite is Jason.
And it's Jason and Howard who come up with Take That's distinctive dance routines. As they wait for a hit, the band put all their energy into dancing, singing, refining their act.
Great stuff. Now then, our next guests are 3 members of the band Take That, whose latest single went straight into the charts at number 16. Welcome to Gary Barlow, Howard Donald and Mark Owen from Take That.
Morning.
Well, it's really, really good to see you. It's great to see you, and well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you
Can't
excited?
believe it. Still shocked.
The single peaks at 7, 4 weeks later. Success at last, but to keep up with the pace, they throw themselves into a tough fitness regime.
It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. To fall in love. It only takes a minute, girl, to fall in love. To fall in love.
Good morning,
good morning. You can tell by the way I'm jigging around, I am not alone. No, I am not. Because you teenagers are dying to see Take That again. So, yes, we will brighten up your morning. It certainly brightens up mine. Hello, guys. It's great to see them. Have you mastered that chorus yet? I doubt it. Try it again with us this morning and wakey, wakey. And if you missed it last week at 10 to 7, you naughty late people, let's shake out. Here we go. Now, guys, see what you can do. Now, bear in mind, some of them missed it last week. Now, shake those hips out. Woo!
That's how the boys are going to keep fit. Another new single to promote, and Take That are off in style to exotic locations to make the video.
Get in, you! Get in! I'm not in these seats, am I? Here we go.
Owen's in the cheap seats.
Owen, man, he's putting that American voice on again.
These young men from Manchester had their first top 10 hit with their last single, It Only Takes a Minute, and they're hoping for their first #1 with their latest song, which is called I Found Heaven. So please welcome Mark Owen and Robbie Williams from Take That. Morning to both of you.
Morning, morning.
Now, earlier in the week, we were talking with Boy George and Hannah Jones about their new single, and it looked at a wonderful exotic location, and it was in fact shot in Vauxhall in South London. Now, we saw your video earlier on. It looked as if you were sort of jumping around Florida Keys. Where were you?
Well, Florida Keys, actually. Florida Keys Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
It's that type thing.
Obviously, no expense has in fact been spared. Had it sort of whipping up a summer frenzy around you.
That's right.
Well,
The record company threw loads of money at us and said, go wherever you like.
We went in 5 aeroplanes, one each, to the Isle of Wight.
Not really.
But you wouldn't want to go anywhere else, would you? You'd rather be at home.
We picked the Isle of Wight because it was so close to home. We didn't want to go to Florida. Found it far too pretentious.
Or Spain, or any of them places.
It was too hot and nice there.
Exactly. Home is best. In fact, I must say, the weather did look a bit grotty on the video. It has to be said.
Do you think? We made it look like down. It was. We thought, you know, go away for 2 days in the middle of summer and it'll be really nice and hot. Was it heck?
No, we got there to the Isle of Wight and everybody was telling us that the weather was really nice before we went there, and for 2 days it like rained, and then afterwards it was supposed to have gone like to 90 degrees again and all that afterwards.
So there you were, leaping around in your cycling shorts, setting a million teenage hearts pounding. I mean, it's been a year since this has all started. It's okay, I know how to butter you up. It's been a year since it's all started, and you're on bedroom walls across Britain, and you get mobbed wherever you go. Do you still enjoy it?
I hate going into people's houses and getting on the walls. Yeah,
it's the drawing thing.
I keep getting arrested for doing it, you know. But now it's still enjoyable. I mean, every days a new episode goes, and you know there's new channels coming from everywhere, and it's like I wake up in the morning pinching myself. Is this really happening? And it isn't.
We're not here, really, are we?
No, we're not. In fact, what are you watching?
What about your family and friends, particularly friends from school, with everything that's happened to you? Because I know, wasn't it your grandmother who burst into tears when you said you were moving into the house, which is obviously like something out of The Young Ones with all the rest of them?
Did you find that out?
Well, yeah, I do my homework.
None of you been phoning her and telling them.
Has she got used to this idea now?
She, I don't know. I've not spoken to her since I've been in the band. No, I'm only kidding. Yeah, she has got used to it. She doesn't see me a lot, but, you know, that's the way it's got to be now. Sorry.
Absolutely. I just dread to think of the washing up that's building up in that house. I hope with your money you've actually got yourselves a cleaner these days.
Well, if we buy new clothes, trash the old one.
Oh, dreadful. It's a dreadful picture you're painting. Well, the very best of luck with your new single.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Very much indeed.
Thank you.
They're gorgeous! They're a great turn on. They are. For us mature audience, they are good.
The British version of the Chippendales.
Yeah, definitely.
Got a nice body.
It's got a 60 spectrum. It's got a nipple ring.
To take that are the best. They are the best group. They're brilliant.
The barrage of front covers and articles only underlines the appeal of the band. If all the boys are oozing sex appeal, there's one who nearly always comes out favourite. Mark Owen was born at 228 Lower Lime Road, Oldham, Lancashire, on the 27th of January 1972, an Aquarian. As a child, he would dress up in blue suede shoes and, with Sister Tracy, mime to his mum's favourite Elvis records. And who knows, perhaps from that time, Mark Owen was fated to become a pop idol. His junior school reports were good, and he even found early stardom as Jesus in the school play. Interest in the 3 R's dwindled when he went on to St Augustine's Comprehensive. While he was smitten with singing, breakdancing and the art teacher Mrs Proctor, another talent came to the fore. With the local football team and with more than 20 trophies, Mark set his heart on playing football for Manchester United, but a groin injury finally smashed those dreams. He decided to develop his ever-growing interest in music and work the evening shift as a T-boy at Strawberry Studios in Stockport. Here, as fate would have it, he met Gary, who was often in doing session work. Gary asked Mark to contribute backing vocals to songs he was recording at home and help him set up gigs in clubs.
We love Mark Owen.
Soon chart success follows chart success. Take That become the biggest band in the land. The debut album, Take That and Party, storms to number 2, and I Found Heaven makes number 15. A Million Love Songs, released in October '92, confirms the band's top 10 status. Take That mania even hits the news.
Some had queued all day to be sure of a place at the front of the Corn Exchange, but there the crush was at its worst. The largely female teenage crowd was repeatedly told to step back, but before the pop group Take Back came on, girls were being hauled to safety. Offstage, girls were being calmed down, given water, and treated for minor crush injuries. Police officers and extra security men were on duty to contain the teenage crowds. But nothing could dampen their enthusiasm for the new pop group Take That.
group ever. There's so many different things about them. They appeal to every single kind of their music. They're nice people. They don't treat you like dirt. They don't care. They want they've got more consideration for you. Everything about them is so lovely and really good looking, and the best thing that ever happened to me. They've got good talent. They've got good music, and they're so sexy and playful.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
10.
For the Corn Exchange and the band, such enthusiasm is a new experience.
We sort of like started out doing clubs and stuff, and it seems like the adoration has sort of been building up, you know, sort of gradually. And but like we've not had it like this before.
This sort of makes you so hyped, and you just want to get on stage. I tell you what, the days go so slow. Once you arrive here now, you do your sound check, and you feel like you sat around for like so many hours. You just want to get on stage.
Well, the doors have been open about 20 minutes now. There's been a steady stream of fans, and so far not one man, boy or even driving licence among them. Their mood is infectious and deafening. You wonder if they're going to have anything left for the concert.
In December '92, Take That sweep the board, winning 7 Smash Hits awards.
Gary Barlow, Howard Donald, Jason Orange, Mark Owen and Robbie Williams. Hello, it's really good to see you all. You've got along. All your bits.
We've been polishing them all morning, these.
I'll tell you, it took you ages. But how did you feel about all these awards? I mean, you must have known that you were up for a lot of them. But how do you feel about winning so many? It's great.
I don't think it's
We're amazed. We're amazed.
Especially the best haircut one.
I know.
I mean, that obviously was the best.
From the town barber, it's not bad, is it? He's going to charge me a £5 when I go by. You know?
I was doing the best in all around, but it wasn't happening for me.
I remember last year we sat at home watching it on TV, Smash Hits Paul Awards, wishing we was on it, and here we are now.
And here you are.
It was just good to be there, you know.
Yeah. And it's all happened so quickly as well. But you haven't changed a bit. You're still
Small.
still lovely boys. No, you are, because there's so many of them, naming no names, New Kids on the Block, who were on and who were absolutely awful. They were just awful, but you lot have just remained the same. What is that? You're not at all. That's the thing. Why is that? Is that your mums and dads?
It might be because we're from Manchester.
Yeah, feet on the ground.
That's it. Yeah.
I think we're just we're all enjoying ourselves so much. I mean, there's no need to get kind of big headed and let it go to your head. You know, because
we all keep each of us feet on the ground, so
we all beat each other up now and again, you know, just to keep each other in place.
No, I don't want to sort of be doom and gloom or anything like that, because everything is going very, very well indeed. But as we saw, last year I think Jason Donovan won the Best Singer Award, and this year he wins the Worst Singer Award. I mean, sometimes fans can be a wee bit fickle, and the business is a fickle one anyway. Are you prepared for that? I mean, obviously what you do is you just enjoy what you've got at the moment, but are you prepared for that to happen?
Well, this is actually our last TV programme. This is it after the...
You're going into hiding after that? Because it is
We're happy with what we've done.
Because it is hard, isn't it? You have to...
To be honest, we've known from the start. I mean, we were so lucky to get the break and to sort of get into the public eye, and we've always been truthful to ourselves that it might end tomorrow. We don't want to get caught up in it all. And
No.
If you keep voting for us, you know, on the radio.
That's right. Well, I was there on the phone.
I think it's also up to us, you know, to keep it up there, keep improving,
keep working hard.
Yeah.
But your last single was excellent. The ballad, the slow ballad, that was really, really good, and I think surprised quite a lot of people. It was like, oh.
Surprised me, actually.
You know, no, but it was good, and that is obviously the key to it, isn't it? The key to the sort of longevity and staying around. If you do your own stuff and have, you know, have all that, which is good.
We hope so.
Yeah, well, we played the new single later on, which is a cover version. But why did you decide to do that one?
We're all Barry Manilow fans.
Thought that.
Langer's in her.
Gives a ring to Gary. Do you do a cover version of my first record?
He's in later on in the week now. You've got to be careful. Yes, he is.
Well, he did Scottish accent. Do an American one. You know.
So what are you doing at Christmas time then? How are you going to... You're not in pantomime or anything, are you? Most people that are on at this time of the year are on
We've been promised a week off by our manager, so...
Up to Christmas now, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff like in Europe and that lot. That's the plans, and we're obviously going to be recording the new album, hopefully over Christmas as well.
Right.
So we're being kept busy.
They'll be recording the album. I'll be down the pub. Thank you very much.
A man after my own heart. He'll be down the pub. How do you get on in Europe? Do you enjoy that? I mean, is it a bit strange?
It's like starting again, really. It's all new out there, so it's good fun, really.
It's really good. We went to Paris last week, and it's like, you know, it's like mad already.
Very expensive.
We've got like 80 people outside the hotels already.
It's
really crazy.
How do you cope with all that though? Because I mean there'll be folk outside, I know there are. How do you manage to sort of cope with that? Because that's the kind of thing that can go to your head, isn't it? You're enjoying it. Good.
To be honest, we've always been very close to our fans, and we like to talk to them, and nowadays we sort of being rushed around a lot, and we're not getting much chance to talk to them, and we feel sometimes that we'd just like to pull over, you know, and have a few words.
That's good.
We all do boxing training as well, so you know if they get in the way.
Because that would be hard, because you'll be whisked into limousines and then whisked into jets and things like that.
I think everybody else gets a bit carried away around you and starts rushing you around and that lot.
So the fellas who go around in Robin Reliant.
In fact, well, that's something we wanted to do yesterday. We'd love to turn up for Smashes in 3 Robin Reliant.
Oh, squash dead. It was a good fun that though, or was it a bit of an ordeal, or did you actually get time to enjoy it?
We was a bit starstruck. I mean, backstage, all the stars were there, like Jordan Knight and Kylie Minogue and the Freds and everybody. And we was like, really mad. I bought myself a video camera and I was annoying everybody all day, like going into the changing rooms, filming them all.
We had to be on our toes yesterday because it was like on every 2 minutes being rushed about backstage.
It was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself.
That's good.
Good atmosphere, you know, backstage and stuff.
But it's lovely to see you, and I'm so glad that you haven't changed a bit. You've not got all daddy.
We will stay that way.
I'm sure you will, despite the fact that you won 7 awards. That's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
With international fame, it's time to star on Swedish television.
This is for you. There's so many girls that have been, you know, calling and writing, so I thought I might as well ask you those questions. Is that okay? Because I think they okay. All right. Okay. Yes, that's one. That's one. Do you have any pets? What's your favourite animal? Why don't you answer that one?
Sorry, I was busy reading.
Yes.
My favourite pet?
Yes.
It's got to be a tiger.
Jason?
I don't have a pet, I'm afraid.
No.
I'm looking for one.
I've got a seagull that I found on the side of the road. He'd been shot in the wing. So, he can't fly, but he's in my back garden. He's called Cyril.
I shot
well, I think that the one question that most girls ask is this one. Are you ready for this one?
Go on.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No!
What about you?
No, I haven't got a girlfriend. I used to have a girlfriend just before the band, but I'm looking for one.
I think I can probably speak for us all when we say that at the minute we're very busy and out of the not in one country for a very long time.
Long enough.
It's difficult to get any relationship going, but we're always looking.
You always look. I read that it said that you told yourself that you should just work, no drinks, no late evenings, early in bed, no girlfriend.
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
So I thought, why did you become pop stars? I thought that was the whole...
We work hard and party hard.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's another question. Said, what do you think about New Kids on the Block? Do you know about it?
We've met. We had the pleasure of meeting Jordan Knight, and he's a very, very nice guy. I'm sure the others are the same. So we like the New Kids.
New kids are all right. I'll tell you something. Go on. Go on. I'll tell you something. Mate. Okay. Now, New Kids on the Block, right? They were the biggest earning pop band in history. They made something like $76 million. Not last year, the year before. And if we can make £76 million, then we'll be happy.
Robbie, you're so materialistic. I just want to be happy.
Can I read this poem? It's lovely.
Would you? Yes, please.
Yeah. This is a little bit of poetry from.
No, don't talk. Just
okay, from Helena.
Helena, that's okay. Is it in Swedish?
No.
Okay.
I can't read Swedish.
Okay. All silent now.
Okay. Far away in a foreign land, my love has flown to you to hold your hand. Far away, but still so close. My love to you is like a red rose. Far away, but still she blossoms for the one she loves, opening like heaven above. Close to you she wants to be, forever together, just you and me.
Oh. Okay.
I think I found my girlfriend now, yeah.
Well, that's off me.
Is it? Oh,
yeah,
cheers, mate. One last question. Who's the best dancer?
It's got to be me. Me.
Jason, isn't it?
No.
Come on, show us.
Come on, Jay. Come on.
Here we go now.
Who do you think is the best looking?
Robbie,
Definitely.
Robbie's a dangerously sexy love god.
The baby of Take That, Robbie Williams, was born at the Royal Infirmary, Stoke-on-Trent on the 13th of February 1974. Another Aquarian. His first home was above the Red Lion pub, next to the Port Vale football ground. Needless to add, he's been a faithful supporter ever since. Maybe his comic talent is inherited from his dad, comedian Pete Conway. Originally, he had no interest in pop stardom. His heroes were film idols like Cary Grant and Fred Astaire.
So I wanted to be was famous, didn't know I was going to do it, didn't know I was going to get there. But the same thing happened to me at school. The English teacher named Mr. Cartledge, or our mate, he was out there saying, you know, what do you want to be? I said, I want to be famous. He says, you'll never do it, you'll never do it. So when I go down in my Jeep, with nice clothes and the theme, I go, hey mister, are you okay?
You can't drive though.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't got a Jeep, you liar. And you haven't got a Jeep. And you haven't got nice clothes. And you haven't got any
Alright then I won't do any of the above.
And you never went to school, so you mustn't have had a teacher.
I know, I'm just painting a pretty picture of myself.
At Mill Hill Primary and St Margaret Ward in Stoke, Robbie was the joker in the class. His reports would often say, could do better. Fitting schoolwork between performances at the Theatre Royal, he was heading for 8 or 9 GCSEs, 6th form college and a drama course at university when he heard about the auditions for a place in a new group. As it turned out, he only got 2 exam passes, but that didn't matter to him when the incredibly exciting news arrived from Nigel Martin Smith's office that he was going to be the 5th member of Take That.
Take That fans are almost exclusively female, very young, and on this occasion very definitely overexcited. As Take That took the stage, the audience surged forward. In the hysteria, dozens of youngsters were crushed. The band had to stop their performance while children were rescued and brought out of the crush.
You look a little bit better at the front. Are the people at the front okay now? Are you sure? Because we don't want to go any further if you're not okay down there.
Oh, really crying my eyes out. This boy, he was really, really little when he fainted and he got took away. As soon as they all started standing up, everyone just jumped for the stage. We all just sort of got crushed.
And while dozens of youngsters recovered enough on site to see the rest of the concert, more than 30 were taken to Broomfield Hospital, which had extra staff standing by and direct links with ambulances bringing in the young patients.
So what sort of reactions are you getting so far?
Noisy. Noisy reaction.
Well, you like me, don't you? Matt, you know, that's because I'm in the band and that.
Yeah.
You're a good fan of mine, aren't you?
Yeah, I know it's
We're all fans of each other. No, we're getting a good reaction from everything. I mean, from the telly, from your magazines, from your radio, and from girls. I mean, girls.
We're girls.
It's funny because when we're working we don't realise exactly what's going on when we're on the road all the time. We think, oh, it's not getting big, but then when you get to a gig or something you see the crowds outside, and when you get inside it's like hysteria. And
you start realising how big you're actually getting.
Yeah,
it seems to be getting bigger all the time. You know, it's like...
I mean, I put a stone on in 2 days. That's how big I'm getting.
You shouldn't be getting that. So how do you cope with the hysteria? I mean, you're frightened by that because there have been some quite sort of riotous scenes, haven't there, at some of your gigs?
Yeah. We're quite safe though. We have bouncers and stuff at the clubs. So we're quite, you know.
I think at
if it wasn't safe, we wouldn't do it, you know.
I think at first when we first started out, we didn't think it would be frightening, but you know, now we're at this stage, it is getting frightening.
What sort of things do they do? What sort of things do they do?
Well, there's one where we was in a club, Hollywood, in Romford, and they actually phoned up the club to say that there was a bomb inside, so they had to get everyone out, and all they was doing, they were just waiting outside for us, so they could see us, you know what I mean? So when we come outside, they could see us.
What about the time that girl came up in a tank? The bouncers, you know, if you don't come out, I'm going to squash the club.
Bouncer didn't let her in, so she said, I'll be back. Yeah, she came back.
7 years later. Because you've got lots of girlies after you, I think you're going to be prime material for that sort of criticism. How do you think you'll react to that if it happens?
Well, we just don't care. You know, I mean, we've already had that sort of, you know, criticism whereby. Did I say that word right?
They can take a little story that is really nothing, and in the papers they can make it sound really big. They can work for you, like be an advantage, and they can work against you as well. So
yeah, I mean, if just got to learn to ignore it and, you know, build a wall around ourselves.
I mean, if you trip up on a pavement or something and there's a journalist there or something,
they can make it.
Rob falls and breaks his neck in Screaming Fans Dilemma. And it's all a load of rubbish, really, isn't it?
It seems like in England, and it's always been the case. But in England, like, they build bands up, you know, they really get behind them, and then when they're at the top, sort of bring them back down again. You know, the press slag them off. So we're expecting that kind of thing. You know, it's just a natural thing that's going to happen.
Are you worried about becoming known as a purely teeny band though at all, or does that not?
Not worried at all. We don't think we are just a team.
No, we don't go out to any audience. I mean, everybody. We do like over 18 clubs as much as we do under 18s clubs, and we go down just as well. So people can take us how they like.
It's just that the young people make a lot more noise than the old people, you know. So they, you know what I mean. And you can't just put a band in a category, you know, they're this, they're that. You know what I mean? We're doing what we want to do, and it just so happens that a lot of the younger people are interested in what we're doing.
I mean, we get thousands of letters a week. I mean, a lot of them as well are over 18s. They're writing.
We get mums and things like that writing it. Robbie's mum made it to me the other day.
Now, what about the new single that's due out at the end of this month? Can you tell me something about that?
It's good.
Did you write it?
Gary written it.
You tell us about it.
About the single. Well, we think it's a big step on from the other stuff we've been doing. It's a lot faster and it's a lot more dancey than all the other stuff. And the routine, I think, is probably the best routine we've ever done. So we're going in the right direction. We seem to be getting a good reaction off everyone who's heard it.
All the people always say that the next single is better than the last one. Like, our new single is better than the last one, and they were saying that about the last one, that it was better than the first one that we did. So that's a good way to.
And it's out on the 27th of January.
Yeah. It's called Once You Tasted Love, plug.
It's my birthday.
My new trainer's in, what?
Can I just say it's my birthday?
We don't care about your
I want to know, it's my birthday on the 13th of February.
Mine on the 20th of Jan.
July 93 and Praise released. It goes straight in at #1. But there's more to come. Their very next single, Relight My Fire, recorded with the ever-popular 60 star Lulu, again rockets to the coveted #1 slot in October 93. This makes Take That the second act ever, after Slade, to do this amazing feat twice in a row.
I'll ask you just about swept the boards at the Smash Hits Awards. I mean, do you worry that next year you might not be so popular?
We're dreading this year. That could happen to anybody, you know. It happened to Kylie and Jason, you know, Chesney, but it could also happen, you know, to Madonna or Guns N' Roses even. You know, the business in general is so fickle. You know, it's not just pop bands anymore. It's like you hear of a rock band, a heavy rock band one year, and the next year nobody can hear of them. You know, indie bands. You know, I think it's so tough to stay around for a long time in this business. You know, everybody suffers. You got to keep working hard, and we can only hope, like everybody else in the business, that we're going to be as around as long as possible. Did that all make sense?
Do you sort of work so hard?
I think we probably just got used to doing all the work and doing all the tellies and doing all the press, and maybe if we did sort of stop doing that, we'd feel like something was missing. You know what I mean? You sort of get into a routine of when a single's coming out, doing a lot of promotion for that single. So if we had a single out and we hadn't done anything, we'd all wonder what's wrong.
We just had a week off, and like by the time Wednesday had come on the week off, I thought, what's going on here? I've not done any work, something must be going wrong. I started phoning the management and record company, what's going on?
Oh, he's playing rubbish. Yeah, they've got no talent, can't dance, can't sing, nothing. Ain't never seen a rubbish!
During 1993, the Fab Five have played sellout dates around the UK. The fans have loved every minute.
Crowds have been amazing for us, to be honest.
Electrifying. What are the big words doing?
I think the first 3 numbers is just pure noise. And then it's nice to see them settle into the show then and watch a little bit more than make noise, and at the end again it sort of crescendos to more noise.
Yeah. To a big crescendo at the end, magnituded by a magnified crescendo.
It's pretty loud. It's pretty loud.
We're just really glad that we can make so many people happy. Smiles on the faces.
The never-ending stream of interviews highlights how Take That handled their well-deserved fame and success.
Hello, good morning. Well, you might wonder why we're looking a bit casual this morning, slumbering around all over the place. It's because I've gone slightly weak at the knees, because I've been joined by Howard, Mark, Robbie and Gary. Take That. Jason's got a poorly tummy, hasn't he? Bless
Not
him.
too well. Too many Indian meals, you see.
Now, I can remember interviewing you about 2 years ago when your first single came out, Promises, and I don't think any of us would have believed then quite the extent of your fame now.
Fancy saying that? We always knew we'd be massive.
How have you reacted to it?
Hopefully very well. I mean, we've all, I think we've been very lucky where it didn't happen overnight, the success. I mean, Promises was only a very small hit as far as hits go, and we've just been building up slowly from there, so hopefully we've all been able to adjust to it and learn about it.
Even though you're the most fanciful man in the universe.
Nah, we voted for ourselves.
Did you? And your mums and dads voted
Yeah, we've
for
got
you.
big
But
families,
how do you take that sort of thing? I mean, you being voted, you know, most fanciful
He gets
male.
embarrassed. I find it dead funny. He gets dead embarrassed. He won this thing for Red Nose Day, and he was saying, "I don't want to go and get the award. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Why have they voted for me?" And he goes all red. If it was me, I'd be going, "Come on!"
Parents obviously have had to partake in your fame because they've had girls turning up on the doorstep and stuff like that. I mean, how has it affected them in that way?
Well, for my mother, I mean, I know my mother's quite sick of it, really. I mean, she likes it at times, but I mean, there's a lot of time when they come round, they're right on the back gate and they leave all the litter everywhere. Litter bugs, yeah, that's what they are. I actually had some fans the other day send this little boy on the roof, on our roof next door. We have like an extension on the kitchen. They sent this lad on the roof and they were taking pictures in my brother's bedroom, so when I find that camera that's been taking pictures, I'm going to smash it up.
That's when it gets really bad, isn't it? That's when it's a bit spooky.
I think it's a bit frightening for our parents. I know a couple of weeks ago somebody got a ladder into our back garden, opened the back gate and put a ladder on the wall and was climbing up ladders looking in the bedrooms and things like that. It makes you worry whether you can leave the house on its own, do you know what I mean?
Is there any time for a personal life though? I mean, have any of you got relationships or girlfriends?
We've all decided for the moment that relationships should take like a back seat, and that we've all put our head down and try and do our work.
I've been trying to have one, but it just not happens, man.
No,
Because you're too ugly, isn't it? No one likes you.
No one likes me.
No one likes it's very difficult. I mean, probably one of us might meet the girl of our dreams tomorrow and it'd be a different story, but it's difficult to get to know anybody properly. Most people we're bumping into is just for a day or so, and we're in and out of places. So
would you be a bit wary now as well, thinking, oh, they only want me because I'm Mark Owen of Take That?
We don't really care. That's why we hope they want us.
That's what a manager says to us. He says, lads, you might have a lot of girls coming up to you now, good-looking girls, and they're only after you because of who you are. And I'm thinking, well, I don't care. If they're good-looking, then come on.
What's it like having all the money as well? Because well, I know you don't receive all your money, but on paper you're extremely wealthy.
I've got how much you're worth here, Howard.
Have you on paper?
£2.75.
£2.75?
Yeah.
What about me? What about
£1.50.
Mum.
You. Hey, hang on. He's got more than us.
Go on.
He's got £3.20.
How come that's because you're good looking?
No, it's because you keep buying sleep.
So you're very good at avoiding questions, aren't you? Who's taught you that? Do you ever sit back and think about the money you've accumulated?
I'd like to think that maybe I'd like to get secure and one day buy a house and think that if I get a wife and kids then I'll be able to look after them, but at the minute I'm young and I just want to enjoy myself, so that's all for the future. As long as we get our wages and I can buy sweets and up pub and things like that, we're happy.
Have you got ideal women? Have you got an ideal woman, Robbie?
I like any sort of girl, really. Short, tall, fat, slim, any kind at all, because it's personality that counts. It's what's on the inside and not on the outside. Beauty's only skin deep, ladies and gentlemen. And I love to love. But if there was any celebrity that I'd fancy, it'd probably be Kylie. Go on.
What about you, Mark?
Not like Robbie, I won't like anybody in the business. I prefer somebody away from it. I don't know. Somebody sort of quiet you can share times with.
Oh, what about you?
Yeah, someone quite same personality as me, really. You know, shy,
quiet,
romantic. No, I'm a bit. Yeah, I'm quiet. Yeah, I don't like a girl that's too forward. You know, sort of like come up to you and start chatting away, and you know, too conversation. Don't like that. I like a girl that's quiet and I make the conversation with.
You're a bit of a male chauvinist, aren't you?
Yeah.
What if it all finished tomorrow?
I'd probably stop worrying.
Yeah.
What about you, Howard?
I'll be very upset if it all finished tomorrow. I don't think it will. It's not going to finish tomorrow. I think we're day after. We're all prepared.
We have to get him writing some more songs.
We're always reminding ourselves of, you know, if it does end, you know, we're all going to be prepared for it, and it's to be expected. I know we're not going to last forever.
I was dreading finishing without sort of achieving all the ambitions, but we've done it now, really, for me.
We've done more,
I wanted to be on top of the pops. I wanted to be #1.
For Gary, Howard, Jason, Mark and Robbie, the story has only just begun.
Sonia Saul has managed to bag a much-coveted backstage pass to grab the boys for a quick tete-a-tete before they hit the stage at Wembley Arena. Sonia.
I'm in the wall with the band. Here's one of the fans. Thank you. Guys, how's it going? You looking forward to tonight?
We really are. We really are. Glad to be back at Wembley again.
How's the tour been going so far?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So far, so good. Can I just say, Sonia, that you don't need a pass to get in here. Any laminate, anything, alright? You're alright. She's okay.
What can I say?
Looking after us.
Oh, Jason, you can
Sorry.
Can I say hello?
I just wanted... Oh,
no, you cannot. You have to wait.
I'm over here. She put me over here. She put me over here.
Can I want to
She said, you sit there.
She put me here.
Not that I'm moaning.
Jason, tell me, why you wear a dress on stage?
It's for me, innit? For me.
It's for Howard, yeah.
I like him in a dress. It looks really good.
It was his idea, and it was our fantasy.
Now, why are you wearing a dress in one of your
we just decided we were going to do something a little different, as we do when we're setting up the tour. You know, we have all these ideas, and we sort of like pick out the best. And we thought one of us dressing as a lady would be a pretty good idea. And you know, it's quite funny. People laugh.
Yeah,
you know,
so it's going down well with you.
It works, yeah.
Now you've got a new single out on 6th of December, right?
Yeah.
Which I hope will be the Christmas #1, in which Mark gets to take the controls.
My go. I have a go.
How's it feel then, finally?
Good. It's a song called Babe, and it's we saw the video just earlier today. Actually, it's a bit of a story, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad to be given the chance, to be honest.
He's done very good. He's too modest, but he's
Big
done
round of applause for Mark.
Round of applause for Mark. Mark, take the opportunity now to sing us a bit. Go on.
I forgot how it goes now. I've got to learn the words for tonight. I have one of them, you know, things on at the front of the stage, you know, so I can just look at the words as I'm singing it.
Funny thing is with that Babe, if you turn the words backwards and put a K, it says kebab.
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 Yeah. Not a lot of people know this.
Take that and karaoke. You've seen the main feature. Now it's your turn to sing along with these Take That classics.
wonder of Wiener World.
Take that. What do you think of them? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Best band you ever seen?
Without a doubt, best band in the world.
Have you got all their records?
Every one of them. Every single one. All their albums, everything, and their t-shirts.